if we look at all my numbers across the board, and we look at all your numbers, you're trying to identify an elephant, right? What's the big thing?
Yep.
So we look at all this stuff that's on the screen, and we look at all yours. That club head speed's big, right?
Yep.
30 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Now you look at you and you look at me, I think we could probably swing a club out the same.
Yep.
So that means the how becomes important.
Okay.
How you train in speed is getting your body moving in different directions at the same time. I'm going to say that again because that's a good one. How you train in speed is getting your body moving in different directions at the same time. So we're going to go here, club parallel, step my foot, and as I'm stepping my foot, my hands are going to feel like they pull up and back a little. So they're moving in opposite directions. So I step forward, pull the hands back, swing through. So you're feeling the same thing from that float load, pushing the hands up and back. Awesome. Beautiful.
72. It needs it. That is straight.
Yeah, exactly. And that's you know.
Yeah, that's even more than a 7-iron, not regular 7-iron for me.
Yeah. All right, guys, so today's video is a live lesson with Alfonso. Now, Alfonso came in and said, I want to hit the ball farther. And so we're gonna go through and do the lesson and look at how he can do that. What are the factors related to hitting the ball farther? And as you're gonna see, we identify for him, we have to increase the club head speed. And I'm going to show you some of the things that he and I did to increase that club head speed, some of the things that have worked for me, some of the things that have worked for a lot of my students over the past 15 years or so to get the speed going, to get the ball traveling farther. So we're going to take him through that process. Hopefully there's some things that you can take out of this to improve your club head speed, to improve your contact and your overall distance when you're out in the course. Sit back and enjoy the video. So I want to talk about two different things, right? One is your distance, and then two is the contact pieces. Now what I want to do just to show you is I'm going to grab my 8-iron, and I'm going to hit a ball, and I want to show you something so that you can see the differences between mine and yours and what we need to prioritize. Let me just have you stand right over here, it's cool. So let me just hit one, and then we're going to see some differences here, right? So we'll say, let's say your 8-iron, like, 120, that base room roll 125-ish range.
Yep.
Now, let me hit one. Let me just do a normal. So we'll do a little 8-iron here. So that one I hit 158, 161. So that's like my normal 8-iron. I hit that a little bit skinny. But my normal 8-iron, let's say, goes 160, right? So if we look at yours that goes 120 and mine that goes 160, the main thing that's different here is your club speed.
Okay.
So if you look at my club speed, you see how mine's 92.6, right?
Yep.
Now if we look at your club speed, let's see on the previous one, 63.
Oh yeah.
So if we look at like what controls distance, right? There's like a couple main things. There's speed, and then I'd say the next thing is dynamic loft.
Yep.
So it's like, why do I hit a 7-iron farther than a pitching wedge? Mainly because the 7-iron has less loft.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
But also my speed goes up, right? So to hit the ball farther, we look at dynamic loft and speed. Now your dynamic loft is plenty low, right? If we have an 8-iron, 25-ish would be kind of stock, like at a normal speed. You being a couple under 20 is fine. So your dynamic loft is fine. So you're not hitting it short because you're like, which I see a lot.
Flipping.
Yeah, you don't none of that.
Okay.
So if that's true, right? So if I pull you down here and we just look at sort of where you get that impact, you're not hitting it short because you're like doing a big flip at all.
Okay.
Right? So your handle's plenty forward at impact.
Okay.
So the pieces you mentioned you're doing a nice job with that.
Okay. Okay.
Now we got to talk about some of the fat shots, but what we're talking about here is speed, right? So to hit it farther, more speed or lower dynamic loft.
Okay.
If we look at all my numbers across the board, and we look at all your numbers, you're trying to identify an elephant, right? What's the big thing?
Yep.
So we look at all this stuff that's on the screen, and we look at all yours. That club head speed's big, right?
Yep.
30 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
Now you look at you and you look at me, I think we could probably swing a club out the same.
Yep.
So that means the how becomes important.
Okay.
But I think just from a identifying perspective, you being aware of like, hey, for me to hit it farther, we got to swing faster. Right?
Okay, got it.
So what I'd like to do on the first ball, we'll start as simple as possible, is you swing and hit the next ball where you feel like you swing fast.
Okay.
So whatever that means to you, or you just swinging harder, right?
Okay.
I don't care how you hit it. I just want to see what your speed gets to from low 60s when you start. And then I'll show you how to swing harder,
Okay.
right?
Got it.
But I bet we could gain at least 2 clubs of distance
Okay.
by just consciously getting your speed up.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the fascia. So on this next ball, I want you to swing as if you were trying to hit that 150 yards.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, so let me see you try and hit it 150. Let's go. Big speed. It can feel out of control is fine. So more speed, swing number 1, don't matter how you hit it. Okay. Okay, there we go. So there you gain 10 yards, right? 133. Your speed went up to 71.6. So what is that quick math, Mary? 9 miles an hour?
Yep.
By just thinking about swinging faster.
Yep.
Right? Contact was fine, everything was good.
Oh yeah.
So half of the time with speed, I find it's interesting. It can be easy, right? Like start by trying to swing faster,
Okay.
right?
Got it.
Let's do that again. You're trying to hit it 150 faster swing speed. Beautiful. So you thinking consciously faster gets us from, let's call it mid 60s speed to like 70-ish.
70.
And so when you do that with good contact, that probably gets us about a club of distance, right?
Which is great.
Yeah, so that would be good. Now, I think we can get 2 clubs. I think we can get that, what did we start at, 120-ish?
Yep.
I think our goal is to get that to 140, right?
Okay.
So here we did 133 on the first one. 128 was a little bit fat, and then that was a little bit off. So when you hit it solid, we got to about 134.
Yep.
So for us to get another couple yards. Now, so consciously swinging faster, right?
Okay.
Now, what else in a swing would lead to creating more speed? So there's a couple of pieces that would create speed, right? I would say 2 of the big ones would be swing length.
Okay.
Generally speaking, longer swing produces more speed potential.
Okay.
And the second part, which is kind of counter to the first one, is how well you transition, right? So the players who would swing the fastest, you would see them start to be pushing down and forward and creating speed almost the soonest, right? Versus the players that go back and through with like no force down and forward.
Okay.
So there's kind of 2 different strategies to this. Because of you hitting the ball a little bit fat, I'd like to do the strategy where we start you feeling like you're pressing down and forward a little bit more versus the swing length piece.
Okay.
I think we could gradually probably lengthen your swing out a little bit as well, but I want to really hammer home the speed part. So to get more speed, when I go back, what we're going to learn how to do is start to get you moving down and forward sooner.
Okay.
So we do a thing that's called the float load drill. You ever seen that?
No.
So let me demonstrate 1 or 2. This is probably the best way to learn how to create speed on the way down. Think about swinging faster, and then actually how do I create it? So what I want to do on these next couple of ones to see if we can get that speed up a little higher is, we call this a float load. So how you do this is you take the club back. We'll start at about, club parallel to the ground. It's kind of a takeaway. Now from here, you can have a little bit of momentum, but essentially from here, I want you to swing from here to your finish position as fast as humanly possible. So we're going to go here, like this. Now from this pause position, I'm going to add a little bit of step here for you, where we're going to step our foot forward to start to get you shifting. We're going to step and swing through as fast as possible. So this is going to feel a little bit rushed here compared to normal, but I want your brain to start to learn how to get you shifting forward.
Okay.
This also should help your fat shots. For you, and we can go through the video, you on the way down, shift your upper torso and lower torso very little forward.
Okay.
And so if I was hitting behind the ball, and I come in and I'm hitting fat shots behind the ball, the more back my body is, the higher likelihood of fat in behind, right?
Yep.
The more forward that I go, moves my low point more forward.
Yep.
So I think this will serve both functions for you. So we're going to go here, club parallel, step my foot, and as I'm stepping my foot, my hands are going to feel like they pull up and back a little. So they're moving in opposite directions. So I step forward, pull the hands back, swing through. Now when I do it, what did I have? I had 92 miles an hour with my normal 160. As I do the drill, I should be able to get
Wow.
So there I got 93. Now I mishit that, so it went a little bit shorter, but I can do with that same swing speed as much, or I even want to go faster.
Yep.
So I want you to get more like 75, 76 with that. Let me do that one more time. So we're here, step, pull the hands back, swing through as fast as we can. So let's do one of these here. So there we go, 93.6. So I'm able to get that speed even a couple miles an hour faster than my normal.
Yep.
You ready to give that a shot?
Yep.
Let me have you hop in here. So let's do no ball first. You take your normal setup, and then we're going to get the club back to about right here. Right there's good. Now from here, you're going to feel like your hands go up and back a little bit as you start stepping forward. Yeah, exactly. So the key is that's going to step forward, and that's going to go back at the same time.
Okay.
Then from there, you can swing that as fast as you can all the way into the finish position.
Got it.
So let's do a couple of rehearsals. Club parallel to the ground. Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. Now this should feel out of control in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep. Club parallel to the ground. Beautiful. Going to give you a couple just to sequence that out. Good. Hands up and back. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. The goal here is to create motion quick.
Yep.
Right? So as you go here and you start to step as the hands go back, I want you to feel like you're trying to get that club head whipping through impact to the finish as fast as humanly possible. Yeah. Even start down sooner.
Okay.
So like as you go from here, your hands go up and back, try and go, try and get that thing going fast.
Trying to whip.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're lighting a match down at the bottom. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. So if you're doing it right, it should feel chaotic.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, I don't have enough time. That's the goal that we're going here for this, right? Hey, we want to hit the ball farther. How? Your loft's already good. We got to swing faster. How do we do that? Think about it, right? And then let's start to train in speed. How you train in speed is getting your body moving in different directions at the same time. I'm going to say that again because that's a good one. How you train in speed is getting your body moving in different directions at the same time. The slowest player would look like this.
Yep.
All in one part.
Yep.
The fastest player is moving in different directions. So that's like if I went to go do ballet or something, dance tomorrow, I'd feel this, my feet would feel, it's very awkward, I've never done it before. So your brain's trying to figure out like what the heck that is. But in month 2 of ballet, I'd be pretty good. 6 months later, I'm all over the place, right?
Yep.
So it's a time thing, a compounding interest thing with that. Now, if we fast forward, let's say, how do we take that into your normal swing? Okay, the routine that I like to do, we're gonna flip-flop spots one more time. How I like to train this then into your full swing, we do a little, kind of a little two-shot routine. This we use a lot of times to shorten a backswing, but it's also really good for creating speed. So how do I, because you're not gonna play like that,
No.
right?
Yeah.
So how do we transfer this float load feel into my normal swing? I'm gonna feel like when I hit, once my hands get past my hip high, I'm gonna physically step forward still, right? I'm not gonna pause anymore. I'm gonna physically step forward and swing the club through as fast as I can. So as soon as I feel my hands go past my hip, I'm gonna step forward.
Okay.
This is like stage 2. We take out the pause. Stage 3, and like how you would play golf, is then we take out the step.
Okay.
So it's get good at the pausing and stepping, then get good at just the stepping, and then get good at the same feel with no pause, no
Full
step.
swing.
So let's do like 3 to 5 reps where you're gonna feel like once your hands get past hip high, you're gonna step forward and you're trying to swing everything through as fast as you can. So that was 93.7. That was my fastest one, well, 93.9.
Yep.
But I can transfer that same thing, right, into my normal hit, and I bet that distance was even farther than my first one I hit, what, 160? Okay, 166.
Wow.
And that's with what feels like a shorter swing. Now, how can you create so much speed with a shorter swing when my body and brain doesn't have time to do all this stuff?
Yeah, all the
Yeah, it has to figure out a way to create speed.
all the loading.
And it does it with your lower body.
Yep.
So I can create speed with my feet, my pelvis, and rib cage and all that. When you've got this long, loose swing like this, your body has no motivation to create fast speed. When I got to swing from here,
Yeah, you rely on the whole loading.
yeah, you have too much time.
Yep.
It's like it's the same reason why like we perform best when there's a deadline, right? There's like when I'm here like this, I have to create speed from here. Atta baby, beautiful. 71.7. See if we can get us up to 75 here today. Now, what's the next phase of this? The next phase is we take the step out.
Okay.
So now I'm here. I've done that float load drill for like a month.
Yep.
Yeah. I did that second drill for like a month. Now what I would do is I'm not gonna step, I'm not gonna pause. I'm not gonna give you a break because I'm having you swing a lot here. I'm gonna feel the same way though. A, I feel like I'm swinging faster. And B, now as soon as my hands get past my hip, I'm gonna feel like I start going forward. I'm not gonna step, but I'm gonna, yes. I'm gonna feel like my whole body's pressing forward this way.
Okay.
And swinging that club as fast as you can.
Got it.
Okay, you wanna do a couple?
Got it.
Let's do it. No step, same feels. Cool, let's do one more. One more.
69 is good.
69 is good. You know, you're training those like half swings in a training environment to train your brain to get comfortable swinging faster. But then ultimately, I want to still have a full length swing. And so feeling hip high and starting down is going to shorten the swing a little bit. But we said, well, to hit it farther, like a longer swing would help as well. So what I really like us to do as we're coming in here is feel like we're going to swing faster, but allow that back swing to go longer, which essentially is going to take a little more time. So I want the back swing to take more time, and I want the downswing to go faster.
Okay.
So the back swing's not going slower, it's just going to take more time. What I mean by that is, if I made a normal swing and it went 1, 2 to the top, I want it to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And then boom, fast from there.
Got it.
So I get all the elements in one shot. So I had, what, 93.7 was my fastest one with this club. So if I can go from here, I'm going to feel me go up and back. So I'm going to add a second to my backswing, and I'm still going to feel like I swing the club through as fast as possible.
Okay.
So I think my last one was, what, 166?
Yeah, 166.
So now the goal here with lengthening the swing would be, can we get it even farther than that? I'm going to push my hands up and back and add 1 second to my backswing, and still feel like when I come down, that I'm going to swing the club through as fast as possible. Let's see. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I think I might have been hitting 9-iron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was 9-iron all the way.
So anyway, we can see.
Yeah, well, 98, yeah.
98, yeah. So the speed pieces will stay the same. So even if I was hitting a different club, I wonder if I was hitting that the whole time. But anyway, so when I add that up and back piece, right, that little last piece of the puzzle, that gets the speed even higher.
Okay.
So for you, it's like gain more distance, swing faster. Let's get the backswing pushed up and back even longer, but still retain that starting down piece, yeah?
Okay.
I would feel fast. I would go up to the top, push it up an extra second, and then boom, everything.
Boom. Okay.
And that's not just arms and hands, that's about everything.
Yeah, everything.
Boom,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. So same thing we're doing, you're just pushing that butt of the club up, yes. So you should feel like your backswing, that butt of the club, your hands are going up and back like another foot.
Yep.
Like all the way back up here, yeah.
Stretch.
That's it, let's do it. Let's do it with a ball. So you're feeling the same thing from that float load, pushing the hands up and back. Awesome. Beautiful.
72. It needs it. That straight.
Yeah, exactly. And that's you know.
Yeah, that's even more than a 7-iron, not regular 7-iron for me.
Yeah. It's like club and a half longer.
That's even a 6-iron for me.
Yeah, that's big. And this is what I mean, man. It's like, I think you're just getting started with this. I really think if you spend a little bit of time on this over the next 1, 2, 3 months, this stuff will feel normal. And then you could do what? Add more weight to the bar. Push your brain even a little bit farther. You know, another 2 clubs in there. That was beautiful.